Sightland, an island where magical spirits abound. This is the abode of magicians who have powerful thoughts and a pact with the spirits. These are apprentices of the Melroad Monastery. Among them, the young apprentice, Brian. Kenishire. This is the Kingdom of Northern Music, home to the Melroad Monastery. This kingdom is ruled by King Scotford, a home to the people. Carmack. The Kingdom of Merchants is situated in the central region of Zeltland. The richest and most beautiful of all the kingdoms. It scrolls way too fast for me to fucking read it. Whatever. What's going on, guys? This is Bossrosslp. This is me trying to be serious about an intro, but it scrolls way too fast for anyone to honestly read it sometimes. Well, actually, I suppose you can read it, you just can't speak it. Anywho, this is Quest 64. I originally planned to do Holy Magic Century. However, due to me actually getting a cartridge of this game, believe it or not, and not having to play it on my hacked Wii, thanks to a treaty among the three kingdoms, people live in peace and prosperity, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm actually able to play it on the cartridge. One night, however, the monastery fell under an evil spell with the theft of an ancient book. Honestly, you don't really have to pay attention too much to the story. N64 stories weren't exactly that great, were they? I mean, look at Mario 64. Hey Mario, I have a cake. Oh, by the way, I got kidnapped by Bowser. The end. Literally, that's all you need to know. But then again, that's basically the story of every single Mario game ever created, with the exception of the new 3D one. Anywho, this is Quest 64, a pretty early N64 game, and kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, I'd have to say. A lot of people are on the fence about whether or not this is a good game or not. Personally, I love this game. Grand Abbot. Brian, even though I've begged you not to leave, you still say you must go after your father. No matter how wonderful your powers may be, you are still a child. Your father, Lord Bartholomew, left to search for the stolen Eletail book, and has been missing for a month. No wonder you were worried about him. By the way, just so you know, this is a fantasy world. I'm not gonna get all the names correct. Please apologize to these unreal people, and do it for me. Contained in the words of the books is a power that exceeds human knowledge. I wonder who have possibly stolen it from the crypt in the monastery. If an evil person should use it, the country and all its cities will be destroyed. The spirits disappear, and Zeltland will once again be enlisted by a day of grief, or visited by a day of grief. Here, give me a second, let me minimize that. Yep, there we go. If you go, oh, Bartholomew's disappearance may mean he's caught up in the fighting over the book. Alright, let me look at this. Bartholomew, I guess is his name. It's like astrology combined with Barth, and Barth is a character we get in Fire Emblem Sword of Seals, so there you go. If you go, you may find yourself in danger as well. If you still insist, begin by going to Dandaran. I'll ask the King of Dandaran Kingdom, or Castle, whatever, to protect you. Yeah, I was a little too lazy to go grab the Xbox, so we're playing Quest 64. That's literally the best way I can describe it as. And this recorder is lagging a little bit. That's kind of unfortunate. Why are you doing that, recorder? Why you gotta do that? Oh shit, that was some really bad lag there. Uh-oh. Yeah, I better figure out a way to fix this. I'll be right back. God damn you, recorder. You always come in to screw me up. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back, and the recorder seems to not be lagging anymore. I don't think it was Camtasia, I think I was just recording too big of a screen for too small of a screen that it was. Anywho, this is Quest 64. There's kind of a bit of a learning curve for this, so I'm going to have to teach you guys a little bit if you've never played this game before. Just bear with me for these first couple episodes because there's quite a bit to learn. First off, these are your starting stats. HP is at 50, which seems pretty high. Your MP is at 15, defense is 4, agility is 5. Pretty odd for a mage, considering how low his MP seems, but trust me, it gets a lot higher. Anyway, we got 3 elements in this game. We got up at the top a red crystal, a brown crystal, a kind of greenish crystal, and a blue crystal. That stands for fire, earth, wind, and water, which we'll be going into which stats I'm going to train up and all that. Over here we got the map. Pretty simple there, and we just got some environment stuff. Nothing much you need to learn about in the menus. This game works kind of like other RPGs, but at the same time, it's very different. And yes, this is another RPG I'm doing, but just bear in mind, it's a lot different than others in a lot of ways. But in other ways, it's very similar. Yep, we got a lot to go over. But for now, let's just enjoy this nice walk, because I'd rather get into a battle first before I explain everything. Not sure why this is the longest castle in the freaking world, but whatever, we gotta get out of here. Yellis. As you get close to a hidden spirit, you will see a sign. When you see it, press the Z button. The mark of the 4 spirits will appear. Press one of the C buttons to choose which of the spirits you wish to increase. We need much help from each of these spirits as you can get. Use the C button like this. The fire spirit is up, the water spirit is down, the earth spirit is left, and the wind spirit is right. Memorize these positions. Yep, that's pretty much all you need to memorize. Now you may be thinking that you'd want to train each of the 4 spirits up pretty similarly, but I'll go over exactly what you need to do with it, or at least what I'd recommend. Because you don't need to do anything I say, I just recommend things. Anywho, how the hell do we get out of here? There's a door around here somewhere, it's a little dark in here. Oh, look at that. It was actually brighter on the screen down there than it is on my TV here. That's pretty rare. Anywho, inside these things is just beds. I don't really think there's any chests in here. Actually, you know what? No. I think I am wrong. I think there are chests in here. Somewhere. Let me try this door. Oh, there's this girl. I suppose we can talk to her. Brian, the wooden scepter you carry and the magic spells you acquire throughout your journey are the only means of defending yourself against encounters with the enemy. Yep. We are a magician by trade, and thus we cannot really do much. We can we can attack people with our stick, but you'll see exactly what happens in an actual battle sequence. It's not hard to get through. I'll explain it all. It shouldn't be too hard to show off what happens, but yeah. Oh man, I'm not exactly in a great mood right now because, oh man, I just saw, I went on That Guy with the Glasses expecting to see some stupid shit about, Nicolas Cage. Because this is Nicolas Cage month, and it turns out that one of the people on their channel committed suicide. It's like Justin Juwario, stand for Justin Carmichael. I'm like, oh man, that's messed up. When I first saw the message, I'm like, okay, he probably left channel. Awesome. Then I saw it again, I'm like, oh shit, someone died. Oh no, what happened? Car crash, something like that. Then it was suicide. I'm like, oh, that's terrible. Condolences to his family, but it's not right. I shouldn't talk about that. That's just depressing. It really is. Because I never knew, the guy. I saw him in some of the channel specials, but other than that, nothing much. Alright, let's just get off that topic right now, because we got a first chest. We got a dewdrop. Dewdrops, if I remember correctly, I don't really remember correctly. Oh man, these controls are going to be fun to get used to. 10 MP recovery. I believe in here we also have some other chests, if I'm not mistaken. Do we? Or are these guys out there? Oh, no, there's one. Let's see what we got here. Another dewdrop. Okay. And over here we have one final chest. Please open the thing. Come on, you can do it. Another dewdrop. Alright. MP recovery is kind of worthless in this game because for every couple steps you take, you gain MP back. And you will not be draining that much MP in this game. Until you get into, a lot later in the game, but you'll see. All doing. Spirits are hiding everywhere. Look for them in the town, the countryside, and every last nook and cranny. You can sometimes find them after battles too. Be thorough, laddie. You'll find everything you need. Yep. He's talking about a bunch of, these guys keep talking about... Oh, wait, let's talk to this bitch first. When you find a treasure chest, move in close and the sign will appear. Press the Z button and you will find items that will help you on your quest. Use these items wisely. You might look for the monastery to find what you need to get started. Okay, then. Yeah, what the guy over there was talking about, though, other than the treasure chests, on the map, you will find these little spirit-looking things, and when you pick them up, it basically lets you level up your magic. It's not the only way to do it. Every time you, win a couple battles and get enough experience for it, you can level up your magic. That's the only way to level it up. Just either spirits or regular leveling up, which is pretty much the case with every RPG. Marmaduke. Leave now, Brian. In his lost letter, or last letter. I assume that's last. Yeah, it's last letter. Lord Bartholomew said he crossed Loch Kildare on the way to Larapool. God damn these names. Be very cautious. Evil creatures will lie in wait behind the monastery walls. This is going to be very awkward for me to get used to because I'm very used to calling this kid right here, Alan, I believe it was, or Aiden. Not Aiden. Aiden's from that, Beyond Two Souls. What was it? What was his name? I don't even remember anymore. Now I actually do recall him as Brian. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I only played Holy Magic Century for some reason, which is basically the EU version of this game. So, I don't know why. I mean, it's no different, really. It just has different names. It's no different at all. Oh, dear. Maybe it is... Oh, okay. Good start. This was the early N64 guys, right? So, please forgive them a bit for it. Anywho, we're going to want to go pick up our first spirit, because I actually do know where a couple of these things are. I'm not going to be bothering to pick up every single one. As you know, I'm not exactly a completionist, but I'll be trying my best to find ones that I do know where they are. And by ones I know where they are, I know about one. Yeah. The rest I'll find on my own. Or just randomly find the landscape. I don't know. I have, like, slight memories of where some are. The only one that really sticks out in my head is this one over... What the... Horse. Okay, yeah, the only one that sticks out in my memory is this one right here. So select an element to upgrade. Well, we got fire, earth, water, and wind. Which one do I go for? Now, before I explain this, I suppose I should explain what each element is mainly focused towards. Fire magic is kind of powerful. It's not really fast. It doesn't have a ton of reach, but it's very middle of the road. It's good enough in everything that it needs to be good enough in, so it's kind of like the middle magic. Earth is very powerful, however, it's pretty easy to dodge, especially when other enemies are using it against you. Enemies can't really dodge in battle, so I'd honestly suggest a lot of earth magic. Wind magic is very fast and difficult to dodge, but it doesn't do a whole crap load of damage, so you will have to worry about that. Plus its hitbox is kind of small, even though it does hit a lot. And finally, water magic. For the most part, water magic is very short range, but it does do a lot of good power and it has some good accuracy. So that's basically the four elements. Each of them also focus a little bit on certain attributes. Like, for example, fire will focus on strength, earth will focus on defense, wind will focus on speed, and water will actually focus on your healing spells. In other words, yes, you have no way to heal unless you go for water. So which one do you think I'm going for? Water. Yep, water is pretty much a necessity. You want to build up your water stats so you can get healing spells. It won't take you too long to get them, but just make sure that if you're not going to train up anything else, like if you have no idea, just make sure you train up your water until you at least get some healing spells. There's 2 in the game, just heal 1 and heal 2, something like that. And you want to get both of them. The first one is mainly for map usage, and the second one is for when you're in battles, I'd say more often. And the battles one does come a lot later. What I mean is, the heal spell barely heals you at all. It heals you for like 10 once you get high enough level, and that does take a while. Because usually it'll only heal you for like 5 or so. So you definitely want to make sure you can get enough of that. Then you can pretty much just spam it outside of battle, and that's basically the gist of it. Let's just keep going forward. Water also does have other uses, like detecting monsters' abilities and stuff like that, so I generally do go for water. The other attribute I go for, I'll figure out. Generally what most people like to do is pick one attribute, which is usually water, and then go for something else. Whichever one they prefer. The first boss we're going to have to fight is an Earth guy though, so I will probably train up 3, and then after the first boss, I'll stop bothering about it. In here, we got the bread shop. Ready to travel? Oh, never mind. This is the travel shop. Ready to travel? Are you? Fine. We'll give you some white wings. They'll bring you back to Melroad anytime. It's important that you understand that wings will only work in wide open spaces. Take care. Yep, he just gives you a pair of wings, kind of like what was in the original Dragon Quest, and I believe other ones following. So with that pair of wings, you can pretty much fly back to this town, or at least the castle. I don't remember where. It's not 100% necessary, but in case you want to go train or something, it's useful to have. Something that is very important to note that I kind of don't like about this game, in fact, it's probably one of my most major complaints in the game. You do not have gold in this game. There is no gold. You do not gain gold from battles, you do not gain gold from chests, you do not have any money at all. So what does that mean? Like, how are you supposed to get, like, anything? Well, you can get one of anything, and then that's it. So for example, there is a bread shop in this town. Say you wanted to buy a ton of bread and pretty much go train, you can't do that. You can only get one. Everybody gets one, basically. It's the Spider-Man rules. Well, at least everyone gets one at a time. You can't carry any more bread than one. Well, you kind of can if you find it in chests and stuff like that, which is why I kind of recommend finding, like, the bread shop, getting it, and then going to collect bread from chests. But then again, you can't always do that. And what the hell am I doing? Where the hell is the bread shop in this town? Is there a bread shop in this town? Or bakery, whatever the hell it's called. I thought there was. And I would really love to visit it before I leave town. Uh-oh. Is the recorder lagging again? I know the TV's lagging a little bit. I don't think so. Okay, we're still good. I can go grab another spirit if I do recall. There might be one down here on Ocean Beach. Maybe not. That is some bad water effects. Just gonna say that right now. What's up, Mr. Fisherman? Edgar. Halt, who goes there? Oh, it's you, laddie. Ever since your father went away, we had to guard ourselves against the monsters that are surrounding our town. Lord Bartholomew was a spirit tower, and he will not be safe until his return. Or we will not be safe until his return. Yeah. Whatever. See, I know swimming in this game, so don't worry. Just because there's bad water animation doesn't mean you really have to worry about it. Yeah. Actually, you know where I think that spirit is? I believe it's actually up here behind this house, or inside of this house. No. Okay. If you just go exploring on your own time, you'll easily probably find a good chunk of them. However, like I said, this is a Let's Play. Surprise, surprise. So I'm not going to make a conscientious effort of really going out of my way to find these damn things. Oh, hey, a chest. Please be bread. Because I assume there is no bread shop in this town. Yep, there it is. Fresh bread. Which heals you for 50. In other words, all of your HP. That sounds like a pretty damn good deal, doesn't it? Well, you're really gonna hate it once you realize that you can't buy any more than one. Because this game does start to pick up in difficulty. It's a rather easy game once you understand the learning curve. But until you understand the learning curve, have fun. Yeah. That's the best way I can describe it. Just have fun. Because you won't have fun. Try your damnedest. It's a pretty damn hard game if you do not do your best for that. Anywho, let's just leave town. Kind of like the clouds in the background. They look like a storybook almost. Oh shit, it's actually getting dark. Is it? Or am I just going crazy? I better not leave town when it's night. There's no real difference what time you leave town. Okay, no. Ah shit, it is actually turning evening. There is no difference, but I just like it better when it is daytime. It just looks better. Alright, finally, first battle.